Have you ever felt the same way I do? Missing out on favorite shows, thrilling basketball or football games, just because of a remote control you've used for years. Something so familiar, something you pick up every single day without ever questioning it. It works, it sits there, until one day it suddenly doesn't. Don't let its innocent and harmless look fool you. Open it up and you might be surprised, because inside are hidden risks quietly building over time, causing slow responses, glitches, or even total failure right when you need it most. But don't worry, now that I'm here, there's always a solution. So relax, and let's get started. To uncover the root cause of the problem, we'll go through each critical part of this remote, one step at a time. First, the two batteries inside. Honestly, there shouldn't be any issues here, since I've already replaced them with brand new ones. But to make sure you know this isn't guesswork or a staged result, I'll measure the voltage of both batteries using a tester right in front of you. The number displayed on this voltage tester actually tells us a lot. It clearly shows that the AA battery I just replaced has no issues at all. The voltage remains stable, well within the acceptable range, with no signs of abnormal drop. This means the battery is still in good condition and has enough power to keep the remote operating normally. So for now, we can rule out the batteries as the cause of the problem and move on to checking other components where the real issue may be hiding. If the AA batteries are confirmed to be fine, then the problem isn't the batteries anymore. It's the remote itself. And continuing with the plan we just discussed, I'm going to take this remote apart piece by piece and inspect it carefully. The less important parts only need a quick look, nothing too detailed. But when it comes to the key components, like the control board and the rubber keypad, we'll need to pay much closer attention, because that's where the real problem is most likely hiding. The moment I opened it, the first cause was obvious. Dust has built up on the control board and the rubber keypad, a very common issue in old remotes. So now, we're going to clean it right away. Using 90% medical alcohol for cleaning is a very smart choice, and there's a solid reason behind it. First of all, 90% alcohol evaporates quickly, which means it cleans surfaces without leaving excess moisture behind, greatly reducing the risk of short circuits or corrosion. Secondly, it effectively dissolves grease, dirt, and long-term residue that dry cloths or plain water simply can't remove. More importantly, alcohol helps eliminate bacteria and mold, hidden factors that can silently interfere with electrical contact inside a remote control. That's why 90% medical alcohol is widely used in electronics repair, from circuit boards and metal contacts to delicate components. And to fully take advantage of its effectiveness, choosing cotton swabs for cleaning is the next logical step. Their small, soft tips allow you to reach tight spaces and clean each contact point with far greater precision and control. So at this point, the control board has been cleaned carefully and thoroughly. All the built-up dirt has been properly removed, which means we can move on with confidence. Now it's time to focus on cleaning the rubber keypad, another component that's just as important. And right here, I've discovered a critical detail. The power button has worn down over time. This is the main reason why the remote fails to turn on. The cleaning process is now complete. It's time to deal with that power button, the part causing the entire problem. The simplest solution I'm using is to pad the power button with a thin layer of metal, like this piece of aluminum foil. This layer helps improve contact and compensates for the wear over time. You can also use other thin metal pieces, such as copper or steel. As long as the material can conduct electricity, it will work. To make sure the metal piece stays firmly in place and doesn't shift during use, we'll use glue to secure it exactly where it needs to be. The glue is fully dried, everything is stable, and there are no risks left. Now it's time to reassemble the remote and complete the process, ready for the final test. The remote has now been fully reassembled, everything back in its proper place. And this is the moment that matters most. It's time to see how effective this little trick really is. One press, and it works instantly. The screen lights up right away. No delay, no flickering, and no need for a second attempt. A remote that once caused me to miss so many favorite shows is now working smoothly again, almost like it's brand new. All of this came down to a small detail worn down over time, quietly causing problems for years without being noticed. And this is the key lesson to remember. Not every malfunction means you need to replace something. Sometimes all it takes is slowing down, finding the real cause, and fixing the right spot to bring things back to life.